I say it all the time. My goal is to help my kids succeed and overachieve in everything and surpass anything we've done. I just want to carry their bags and book their flights. Hello, everyone. We are Greg and Jacquie Francis, and welcome to High Performance Parenting, where our passionate goal is to encourage you to raise champion children in a crazy world. Every week, we will bring you multiple episodes from our extensive experience of raising our six happy, healthy, successful, godly kids who are confidently equipped to win big in life.
We deeply believe that any parent who is provided with the right knowledge and continual support can raise amazing kids. And when they do, all of our futures get better. If raising up future generations of absolute champions matters to you as much as it does to us, here's how you can contribute. Like and share this podcast with everyone you know. And together, let's embrace this journey of raising champion kids in a crazy world. Hey, everybody, welcome back. Last episode, we were talking about making sure that you get yourself in a mental state to try to remember to enjoy each season of life with your family. You know, it can be with your spouse or with your kids or even with like parents, etc. Just people that matter to you. And, I thought maybe on this episode, we could even talk a little bit about some of the practical ways that we try to really embrace everyday moments and seasons. And, we could tell a whole bunch of stories. I mean, like one happened last night, and you and I were both pretty tired, and we go to bed, and literally, Molly, our little golden doodle, she's at the foot of the bed. She's wearing a diaper right now because, she's got her thing going. And so I got my foot down here, and I'm like, what the heck am I touching with? And I'm like, oh, yeah, that's Molly's diaper on my foot. She's kind of snuggling up. And then I fall asleep. I wake up, and I literally have a foot in my face. Like, I'm not kidding. Like, it was touching my nose, this foot. And I'm like, first it kind of startled me. I wake up, and you know what it was? It was Hunter, because apparently she went to sleep with you. I went to bed after you. And then I just kind of crawled on bed and slept next to you guys. But she had turned sideways, and she had her foot, hun. Like, it was touching my nose. It's what woke me up. And I just, like, at first, your natural reaction, I'm a little cranky. I'm like, you woke me up from sleep. And then I grabbed it, and I realized what it was. And I'm just like, oh, okay, just leave the foot there, And I just let it stay.
She'd probably tell you it smells like roses.
Yeah, she would. She would think she's doing me a favor.
Yeah.
Maybe it's some of my mid-afternoon naps with Hunter. She goes, when she's tired, she takes naps. She's like, Dad, you want to come nap with me? And we just go in the room together, and we take a nap, and we kind of wake up at the same time. It's pretty cute or whatever. But the main things is, some practical things. I heard somebody say something, or I saw something, I think, on social media that was talking about fingerprints on a window. And it was this mom, and she's just like upset because there's so many fingerprints on the window. But she realized that pretty soon there'll never be fingerprints in the window again, And so do you get mad about the fingerprints in the window when you're cleaning them off? Or do you just enjoy this season? Like right now, if you see our windows down in our bottom level of our house, what do we see on every window down there on the door?
Dog noses.
Dog slobber.
And nose
it looks
prints.
Like we've never cleaned anything in our house on our window. Because again, here they are, these dogs. They will make that window messy within a day if we clean it. So we've kind of given up. We don't even clean that window anymore on the outside, right? But then there's going to come a season where these dogs, like right now, that's just the way our family is. We do everything together. If we end up like showing up in a room, doesn't matter how big of a space we're in, a house we're in, if we're staying in a penthouse suite at a hotel, we can be in the smallest space, and it'll be all 8 of us and 3 dogs all within that space. Am I right? That's just how it works. And so there's going to come a time, just like there was with our first 3 dogs that we had, where all of a sudden, all the things that they do that are kind of a pain, you don't even have them anymore, and it's a season. So just learning how to enjoy it. So a couple practical things that I think that we've done that I'm really proud of ourselves for doing. Like one is in the past, and we'll get back on track with this, but in the past, when we would take pictures, we would try to keep pictures from a year or 2 years maybe at a time, a season, and we'd give them to somebody and have them put together like a video, that just was like a recap of those 2 years. And we did a really good job with our babies for a long time. We'll probably hire someone to do it because we have a lot of pictures from all the years. And we just got to filter through them and see which ones we want in there and put some kind of cute music to it. Man, how many times do our kids love rewatching those recap videos, right?
Yeah, I mean, definitely looking back, they always enjoy seeing, oh my gosh, that's when I was that old, or that's when I was doing that, or remember when I did this, and they can see it all in the videos and in the pictures that that they were happy and that everybody was happy and having fun. It's neat.
Yeah, it is cool. So right now, in the world of technology we're in today, as the kids all have some kind of an account, like an email account or something, right? That when we send we have a text thread that goes to their different accounts. Is that, am I saying it right? Because they don't all have phones. So it's like they have an account that goes to like an email or something if we text a picture. And all it is, it's a running thread of just memories, and the intention, at least I know for me on my part, why I really like always adding pictures on there, the best ones, is that when we decide to have Bella or somebody make a video recap, she just goes back to that text thread and she just goes through them all. And it's just really cool because we don't just experience the memory. We think to take the picture, and then we think to send it through the text thread. And then sure enough, I don't know how many times I've walked in and there's a little downtime during the day, and I'll see Abby or somebody in there, and she'll be just scrolling that text thread and just with a big smile on her face. And she's just kind of happy. And it's just a way to reinforce the memories and reinforce the season, right?
Yeah, and most of the pictures aren't like anything super professional. I mean, they're usually us in the mode of doing something. Like, that's the best part is, they're not like Instagram award-winning pictures that you would naturally put up there, but they're just us living life and capturing a moment that mattered at that time. Mm-hmm. And so that's the neat part of the whole journey with the picture idea of what we came up with, is just to capture the moment, even if sometimes, everybody's hair is not done, or, you're not sitting in the most, best place, or... Yeah. The weather wasn't perfect to take that picture or whatever. Somebody even had a scowl on their face because they were being a pouty face. You know what I mean? We capture it all because that's real life.
Yeah, no, we even have like, at least I have a running folder of funny stories. And usually around this time of the year, because, here we are almost in November. At the end of the year, we're always doing goal setting for the next year as a family. And we're also recapping what we did accomplish this year in all different categories. But a lot of times, too, we'll take some time to be like, okay, let's talk about what were some of the funniest things that happened this year? What were some of the funniest things that were said, et cetera? And we'll write them down because, it's so easy to forget these things. And then sometimes we'll actually review the previous years because we'll have forgotten a lot of this stuff. And it's really fun, but not just, I'm not just even writing it just in a notebook that might get lost. I'm putting it on a file in my computer that I'll be able to access forever. And just so we'd never lose this stuff, What else we got? More practical stuff.
Yeah, I mean, definitely one of the things that we do on a regular basis, I would say, is that almost every week we talk about like somebody's ideas of what they loved most memory-wise that week. We discuss it. So everybody can be like, I forgot about that, or that's right. And we laugh and have fun. And it's arched in our memory banks as a special moment for somebody, So taking that time during our team meeting or maybe nightly prayer to say, okay, what was something this week that, you'd like everybody to remember type thing. And then having that chance for everybody to come. And I will tell you, everybody's ideas are so different. We laugh about some of the funniest things that some people like, and some memories happen when you and I weren't there and the kids were just together. And we're like, wait, what was that story? And we get to hear about those kind of things too. And it's just, again, sharing in the journey of it all. Another thing that we do that I feel like started a while ago is even in the moments that are not like the funny moments, learning to laugh through them. I say that because like sometimes, you're going to go through seasons where like maybe one of your kids is a little off track or something like that. And we've dealt with that for whatever reason. They weren't on track with things in their life, and they forgot who they were for a little bit. And so we've been in those seasons. They're not the easiest seasons. If you're in a season right now where maybe you're like, everything you're saying sounds great, but we're kind of going through a hard season actually right now. And we're in a valley and we're not on the mountain right now. What are some things that you guys have done to enjoy those seasons? And one I will tell you is we press in. we're like a family that presses in and helps, So if somebody's going through something in our family, we make sure that we're all on, like all hands are on deck, whatever that looks like. So if someone's going through a self-image thing, or if someone's going through something challenging with school, or somebody's going through something challenging with friends, or even their, standards or whatever, some of their behaviors are off track.
Right.
We're all there to help, assist, and encourage the whole time. And those have really brought great memories in the end. I will tell you, to see siblings surround each other, even at the young ages, and help each other go through like hard times is beautiful. It's a really beautiful thing to see. And it's nice to know that we can help each other now. So when, potentially even harder situations come along, we're all there. And even as Greg's gone through hard times, or I've gone through hard times, not that the kids need to know like every little gory detail of it all, but to know like, hey, you know what? We're not where we want to be right now. We've gone through seasons with business that we haven't been where we wanted to be, or maybe our faith journey hasn't been where we wanted to be, or maybe our opportunity to grow in other areas of our life. It doesn't really matter. Maybe even some things feeling a little distant from a kid or something like that. I mean, we've had deep conversations sometimes where, one of us or both of us have felt disconnected from one of our children. And to see when we bring that out for us all to talk about, how welcoming it is for the kids to say, you know what, I too could help with this, or Mom, Dad, you're doing great at this, or I love that you do this. And oh my gosh, what a beautiful season those have been through the years also.
Mm-hmm. That the concept I feel like that gives our kids so much peace is how you and I talk about how our plan is for all of us to be together. Like it's to build things together. It's to live near each other. It's not we're going to get to a certain point. We're going to get you equipped and raised up, and we're going to kick you out and you're on your own, go find your way. And we did our duty. And, I know there's parents out there that joke about that quite a bit. And I just feel like it creates such a detachment or a fear in their kids. With our kids, we are just like, no, we want to do everything together. Everything we're building in business right now, we want you guys to have the chance to take it over or do something with it. Everything we're talking about with our dreams that are on our wall, like owning a ranch and having big land. I mean, we want you guys to have big parts of it, like it's all a part of that. And so then as we're going through these seasons, like you're talking about, that may have some challenges. Somebody's going through a little character thing right now where maybe they're just a little off track. Well, we like to get everybody involved and be like, hey, listen, so-and-so is going through something. And so I need you to keep an eye on this, so I need you to watch. And we all need to be helping this person get back to how God intended them to be. And then we explain to the person who's going through the challenge, like, you need to be thankful for this. This is called people in your life that love you enough to help you grow into who you're supposed to be, not someone who's going to allow you to operate in a level of dysfunction, and our kids they grab a hold of this, they embrace it. And then as the victory shows up, they were all part of the victory, and it's just such a cool atmosphere and cool environment, right?
Well, and the best part is they do it all out of love. Like, if anything, we have taught our whole family the importance of course, there will be some need for maybe some disciplinary actions or some, harder aspects of growing and changing and developing. But there's also a huge component of love that's there and what that looks like and what their roles are. A lot of times, we explain to the kids specifically how they can help each other so that they can take it and really apply it. And there will be a real reward at the end versus everyone just kind of, throwing mud at the wall and just doing whatever they think kind of sort of might help, like we have a plan of action. And, sometimes, with having a large family, it can be harder to navigate all that stuff. But then sometimes it's also more fulfilling because there's so many people on deck willing to help. And so I just encourage you, if you're in one of those seasons of, oh gosh, we're in the best season we've been in a long time. We're enjoying it. Oh my, embrace every bit of it. Enjoy all of it. Take lots of pictures and laugh and enjoy and think through all the fun things going on. And then also if you're in a season that's more like a valley, slow down and know that, with time this shall pass. But dig in together because that too creates amazing memories in the season because people will forever be thankful in your family that you cared enough to help them through those seasons. And so I do agree that, one of the things for us is, allowing our kids to always know that we want them to succeed at the highest level. And our job is to help equip them for that, not to kick them to the curb when they're down or when they get to be a certain age. I say it all the time. My goal is to help my kids succeed and overachieve in everything and surpass anything we've done. I just want to carry their bags and book their flights for them because they are so amazing in so many ways. And the confidence and the kindness and the love they have is just beautiful. And I want to help encourage it, however that looks, because the goal isn't for us to always stay at the top of the mountain. The goal is for our kids to go to the next peak and their kids to go to the next peak and for each of us to succeed at a high level.
Yeah. So in wrapping this up, so we just encourage everybody out there, have some tangible strategies, for being able to enjoy this season. One, keep your words right. Careful to not allow yourself to be wishing anything away or mad about the season you're in, hoping it would get over with. Instead, be thankful and embrace it. Number two, maybe you do different things like keeping pictures and, organizing them and then putting together some kind of video with technology. It's so easy to do just to be able to have a year memory at a time that you can always go back and review. And maybe once a year you review some of them as a family, maybe around holidays or something. Folder of funny stories, having convos each week of things you enjoyed most. There's just a lot of little tangible things that aren't hard to put into your schedule that will go a long way. Hey everyone, thanks for listening and thanks for your love and support. We hope that today's episode added tremendous value to you and your family. It would mean so much to us if you would partner with us on our mission of helping parents around the globe raise champion children in this crazy world.
To do so, simply take a moment to like and share this podcast with everyone in your network. And we have great news. You get more of us. You can expect new episodes every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday mornings. So be sure to consistently tune in with us and enjoy our show. See you next time.